Have you ever woken up with your heart already? Busy, thoughts racing, before your feet touch the floor? If mornings bring a knot in your chest, you're not broken, and you're not alone. For many older adults, morning anxiety creeps in quietly. The empty chair at breakfast, the long to-do list that no longer fits the day. But here's the gentle truth. There's a simple, natural way to meet the morning with steadier hands and a calmer mind. In this video, we'll try a 7-minute mind reset designed for seniors, a guided blend of breath, gratitude, and soft attention. It's part of Senior Mindfulness Exercises, a safe doorway into senior meditation, stress relief, and morning calm. Stay with me, because in just 7 minutes, you'll learn a small ritual that clears mental clutter, softens loneliness, and gives you a quiet place to stand. No apps, no equipment, just your breath and a few kind words to yourself. If this is you, let's begin. Eleanor is 78. Every morning she wakes up before the sun, not because she wants to, but because her mind won't let her rest. The house is too quiet. She reaches for the kettle, her hands trembling slightly. Not from age, but from something heavier. Thoughts rush in before the water boils. Did I forget to pay that bill? When did I last call my daughter? Why does everything feel so fast, yet so empty? The mornings used to be her favorite. She and her late husband would sit by the kitchen window, watching the light spill across their garden. But now, even that golden light feels cold. The silence, once peaceful, now sounds like a clock ticking too loudly in an empty room. Eleanor isn't depressed, at least not in the way people imagine. She still smiles at her neighbors, still waters her plants, but inside, her thoughts loop endlessly, crowding her head with what-ifs and should-haves. The doctors call it mild anxiety, but to her, it feels like being trapped in a room where the windows are open, but she can't feel the air. One morning, while watching steam rise from her cup of tea, Eleanor whispered to herself, "I just wish I could stop thinking for a while." That sentence sat in the air, fragile and honest. She didn't need grand solutions. She didn't want medication or a complicated routine. She just wanted her mornings back, the quiet kind, the peaceful kind. And that longing, the wish to simply feel calm again, is something millions of seniors quietly share. Morning anxiety in older adults isn't weakness. It's a sign of a mind still trying to make sense of life's changes, of missing voices, of unspoken worries, of the body slowing down while the mind still runs. But what if the mind doesn't need to be silenced? What if it just needs to be reset? Gently, naturally, one breath at a time. That's what Eleanor was about to discover. A 7-minute ritual that would teach her how to meet the morning. Not with fear, but with calm awareness. How to begin again, every day, in peace. Would you like to hear how she found it? A few weeks later, Eleanor attended a small gathering at her local community center. It was called Mindful Mornings for Seniors. She almost didn't go. She'd told herself, "I'm too old to start something new." But the loneliness that morning felt heavier than usual, so she put on her soft cardigan and went anyway. The class wasn't fancy, just a few folding chairs, a circle of kind faces, and a calm woman named Sandra leading the session. Sandra, who was in her 70s herself, smiled and said, "We're not here to stop thinking. We're here to breathe differently." Eleanor was skeptical. Breathe differently. She'd been breathing all her life, but Sandra guided them through something simple, a 7-minute mind reset. The first minute was just sitting quietly, feeling the chair beneath her. The second minute, slow breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. By the third minute, Sandra said softly, "If your mind wanders, don't chase it. Just come back to the breath." Eleanor tried. Her thoughts ran off, about the past, her husband, the quiet house, but each time, she followed Sandra's voice back to the rhythm of breathing. Then came minute 5. Gratitude. Sandra asked, "Name one small thing you're thankful for this morning." Eleanor hesitated, then whispered, "The sound of my kettle." It felt silly, but something inside her softened. The kettle meant warmth. It meant routine. It meant she was still here, still capable of making tea, still part of this world. By the 7th minute, the room was quiet, except for slow, steady breathing. When Eleanor opened her eyes, the sunlight through the window looked a little different. Not brighter, just gentler. For the first time in months, she felt present. The chatter in her mind hadn't disappeared, but it had softened, like waves after a storm. She went home that day and promised herself she'd try this 7-minute ritual every morning, before breakfast. 1 week later, she noticed something remarkable. She wasn't waking with that knot in her chest anymore. Her thoughts still came, but they no longer ruled her. It wasn't magic. It was mindfulness, and it had quietly given her mornings back. Eleanor's story is not unique, and that's exactly what makes it powerful. The truth is, anxiety doesn't vanish with age. Sometimes it even grows quieter and trickier, slipping into our mornings before we realize it's there. But the good news, the same mind that creates tension also holds the power to calm it. What Eleanor discovered is what doctors and psychologists now confirm. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing can lower blood pressure, regulate the heartbeat, and ease anxiety, especially in older adults. It's not about chasing silence. It's about creating space inside your thoughts. Let's walk through the simple practice Eleanor follows each morning, what she now calls her 7-minute mind reset. You don't need fancy equipment, music, or even a mat, just a quiet chair, a gentle heart, and a willingness to slow down. Minute 1. Settle the body. Sit where you feel comfortable, feet flat on the floor, shoulders relaxed. Feel the weight of your body supported by the chair. You're safe. You're here. That's your only job right now. Minute 2. Follow the breath. Breathe in slowly through your nose, count to 4. Hold for a moment, then exhale through your mouth for 6. As the air leaves, imagine it taking a small piece of worry with it. Do this 3 or 4 times. No rush. Minute 3. Notice without judgment. Thoughts will come. They always do. Did I turn off the stove? What's for lunch? That's fine. You're not failing. Just notice the thought, then gently return to the breath. The goal isn't perfection. It's kindness. Minute 4. Scan the senses. Listen. What do you hear? Maybe the hum of the refrigerator, a bird outside, the tick of the clock. Feel the texture of your clothing, the temperature of the air. This grounds your mind in the present moment, the only place peace ever lives. Minute 5. Practice gratitude. Now, think of one thing, just one, you're grateful for this morning. It could be the taste of coffee, the memory of a friend, or simply the sunlight through the curtain. Whisper it quietly. Thank you. Gratitude softens the edges of anxiety. It reminds your heart that life still holds warmth. Minute 6. Gentle affirmation. Say to yourself, I am alive. I am safe. I am enough. Repeat it once more. Feel the words. Don't rush them. They are not cliches. They're anchors. Minute 7. Return slowly. Take one final deep breath. Open your eyes if they were closed. Notice the light around you. Let the world come back softly. You've reset your mind. You've made space for calm.
Eleanor noticed that this short practice didn't erase her worries. It changed her relationship with them. She still had anxious thoughts, but they no longer felt like storms, more like clouds, drifting through a wider sky. Within 2 weeks, her mornings looked different. She started each day by lighting a small candle beside her teacup, a symbol of presence. Sometimes she still cried during the practice, especially when memories surfaced. But those tears felt cleansing, not heavy. Her neighbor Ruth once asked, "What's your secret? You seem lighter." Eleanor smiled and said, 7 minutes. Just 7 minutes to breathe and remember that life is still happening for me, not just around me. And here's what's most inspiring. Modern research backs this up. Studies show that seniors who practice daily mindfulness experience lower cortisol levels, improved mood, and even better memory retention. More than that, they report feeling connected again, to their bodies, to their mornings, to the quiet rhythm of being alive. You see, mindfulness isn't about escaping reality. It's about meeting it with compassion. It teaches us that peace isn't the absence of noise. It's the ability to sit calmly in the middle of it.
So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone or the kettle, give yourself 7 quiet minutes. Sit, breathe, listen, let gratitude and breath weave together until your mind feels like clear water again. You deserve mornings that begin with calm, not chaos. And the beautiful part? You can start tomorrow with nothing but your breath and your willingness to be gentle with yourself. Eleanor's story is a reminder that peace isn't something we have to search for in distant places. It's something we can build softly, patiently. Each morning we wake. Anxiety may visit, loneliness may whisper, but they don't have to lead the day. The 7-minute mind reset doesn't erase pain. It teaches us how to sit beside it without fear. It's a small act of love you can give yourself before the world begins to speak. There's quiet power in beginning the day with awareness. Before the news, before the noise, before the rush of memory. It's a way of saying to yourself, I'm still here. I still matter. Eleanor found calm, not because her life became easier, but because she learned to pause, to breathe through the waves instead of fighting them. And maybe that's the real secret to aging well. Learning to greet each morning not with resistance, but with presence. Even 7 minutes can change the tone of a whole day, and one peaceful morning can change the way you see your life. If this 7-minute mind reset touched something inside you, try it tomorrow morning, before the day begins, before your thoughts start to rush in. Just breathe, notice, and whisper one small thank you. And if you found calm in this story, share it with someone who might need a little peace too. A friend, a sister, a neighbor who wakes up anxious. Leave a comment below and tell us, what's one thing you're grateful for this morning? Your words might be the reminder someone else needs. And don't forget to subscribe. Our next story will bring you even more quiet strength.